If sales feels emotional, inconsistent, or heavy for you, this is why. Confidence isn't something you feel, it's something you train. And I'm gonna give you the exact framework today that's gonna help you build all the confidence in the world. This isn't mindset shit. This isn't mindset stuff. This is tactical things you can do. I've coached a lot of salespeople. I've trained a lot of people. I've made a lot of money. I've helped others make a lot of money. And I'm gonna give you an amazing framework that's gonna list it all. It's gonna list it all. All you have to do is watch it, take the stuff from this video and apply it, and you will be someone different in 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. It'll just keep compounding. That's how it works. Part of the thing people miss with selling is the whole act of doing it and doing it badly, doing it and getting rejection. That is part of it. Man, my first sales calls sucked. They were not good. My first sales team meeting sucked because I've never done that before. That was the first time I stepped into leadership. So I'm gonna go over 10 things. I'm gonna save the most important one for last. It is crucial, it's so important. I'm gonna save the best one for last, but they're all important. And if you write these down, you take it, you own it, and you start doing it, you're gonna see success. This will be a hill that I will die on. I've been in sales for a long time, and I like to do it the right way. Selling is serving. And if you follow these steps, you start to apply it, man, you're gonna see a big change, especially if you wanna build an amazing business or you wanna make more money and you're in a sales role. This is so critically important. And I'm gonna go over each one of them for you. Like I said, I've coached a lot of people, and do these things. That's all you have to do is do them. I see a lot of stuff out there now on nervous system and rewiring for your subconscious for success. And that's a little part of it, but the best way to do that is doing stuff. Doing things. Oh my God, let's not forget the action. In my amazing program that I teach, and I work with, a lot of founders on selling and growing their business. I always say this, the reps, you have to put in the reps. You put in the reps, things start to change. So don't forget the action part. Thank you for tuning in to $1 Million Seller. I'm so happy you're here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ask you to pretty please hit that follow button. If you're on Spotify, you're on iTunes, you're on YouTube, wherever you're following, please hit that follow button. I would really appreciate it. Great stuff every week. I'm gonna be rolling out a lot of content, and it's all gonna help you. It's gonna help you create. It's gonna help you make more sales. It's gonna help you build wealth, make money, all the fun things, because listen, you can say what you want about money. You can say what you want about these things, but listen, you're not gonna have the freedom if you don't have the money coming in. You're not gonna have the business if you don't have the money coming in. Sales are the vehicle of every business. So let's get real here, okay? So thank you for tuning into $1 Million Seller. Let's kick this off. Welcome to $1 Million Seller. I'm Samuel Gegen, your guide to mastering sales skills, building a wealthy mindset, and achieving financial freedom. With over a decade of sales expertise, I've generated $150 million in revenue and helped hundreds of other sellers become financially free and make six figures. I paid off $100,000 in debt and massively grew my net worth with my sales commissions, then left the corporate world in 2023 to coach others. In 2024, I scaled my coaching business by 400% and purchased a business in cash, growing it by over 40%. Sales skills are life skills. Hit that follow button, baby, and share this podcast with someone that needs it. Welcome to $1 Million Seller. Now, let's sell more and become more. First, this is going to sound a little cheesy, but I want you to have a simple pre-sales ritual. A short reset before selling helps you show up grounded, confident. It's a support tool. It's not the source of your confidence, but getting in the zone is so important. When I was doing sales calls, when I started my sales job many years ago, 12 years ago, I would always work out before. And I made the connection that working out before, getting good sleep and hitting the gym, I had better energy for my sales calls. I was on it, right? I was on it. So create some type of pre-selling ritual. The thing is too, is if you have back-to-back calls, you have back-to-back demos, whatever you want to call them, you could have a horrible one and then the next one could be one that's a slam dunk sale, but you can't carry it over. You can't carry that bad energy or that rejection energy into the next demo. So you have to do a reset. How is it that you reset? Listen, I had a sales call the other day and all I said was, I got this. They're buying. I'm going to be on point. I'm the best. There's no reason that they won't want to work with me. Boom, I closed it. Sometimes it's just sitting there telling yourself you're the best. You got this. You're the expert. They're going to buy, and just getting in that zone. I jumped up and down a little bit, got my blood flowing. So create some type of simple pre-sales ritual. It's going to help. It's going to help get you in that zone. And just remember, selling is energy. It's magnetism. People buy from people. So you want to have that magnetic energy before you have a sales call. Okay. Number 2, end every sales conversation asking yourself, what did I do well? What did I do well here? Reflection builds self-trust over time, but only if you're already taking that action. So you got to take the action and say, what went right here? So important, right? Sometimes we focus on the opportunities, which is good. I want you to highlight where you have opportunity, but really celebrate what you're doing right. One of my clients yesterday had a sales call and she closed it. I'm so happy for her. It was one of our first ones for a big ticket item. And we talked about it after she had the call, and she did so many right things. And I wanted to celebrate her for that. So she handled the objections correctly. She, the lady was like, I need to think about it. I need to talk to my husband. And she goes, have you talked to about it before? And that's like, boom, like instead of being like, okay, talk to him, she went in and she dug in. She asked a little bit of questions like, hey, did you guys discuss this before? And she's like, yeah, he supports me. And then boom, sold it, right? So that's huge. And I wanted her to celebrate that. So reflect on each conversation and just kind of keep a little journal about it. Like, okay, what went really well here? What did I do really good? Okay, I asked really good questions. Oh, I really connected back to the customer about how I could solve their problem, And then you can kind of highlight and see where your opportunities arise. But you should be celebrating the good stuff. That's going to build the trust. That's going to build the confidence, okay? Number 3, stop replaying conversations in your head. Letting go of mental loops preserves your energy, but it doesn't create momentum on its own. So instead of replaying something that maybe didn't go as planned, or just didn't go the way you wanted it to go, or you fumbled it, that's okay. That's how we learn. I fumbled a lot of calls. I've fumbled a lot of shit. I've done it. I've been there, done that. You can't keep replaying it. You can learn from it and then move on. Really good salespeople, really good people that crush it, move on. They don't fester in it. You don't want to beat yourself up. So stop replaying those conversations in your head and use those as an opportunity to grow and develop. Okay? Beautiful. Number 4, normalize objections. They're going to happen. They're going to happen. Whatever your common objections are, write them all down and write responses for them and play them out. Practice these responses weekly. Like spend create a little bit of time each week to go through your script, practice these objections because they're going to come. You want to be prepared for them. You're going to get the same, for my industry, I get the same ones all the time. It's the same 3 to 4, right? I need to think about it. I need to, talk to my partner. I need to do that. They're all the same. Price is too much. Have these objections ready because you want to be prepared for them. Normalize that they're going to happen. I also want to reframe this and say, objections are amazing. They're good. You got someone on a call. They're serious. They're objecting. They're a serious buyer. They want to do business with you. They're going to do business with you. Reframe those objections as an opportunity. Reframe them as oh, let me solve this problem now. So they object. It's okay, great. Let's talk about that. Let's solve this problem together. That's how you should look at those objections. This also removes fear around common pushback, but it only matters once conversations are happening consistently. So that's going to be part of this process as well, as making sure we're having consistent conversations. So you stay good on it with it, especially if you want to make more money, make more sales. You have to constantly be presenting and demoing people, selling people, but normalize objections. They're going to happen. It's part of the sales process. So yeah. Number 5, sell. No matter what you're watching this for or listening to this, sell one clear offer for 30 days straight. Stop mixing and matching and selling this and that and the other. Sell one thing. Now, if you're a business owner and you have multiple products, try and sell one product. Get really good at that product. Get really good at that sales because it's translatable, right? And what you don't want to do is confuse people. Shit. Clarity eliminates hesitation and second guessing. That'll also stabilize your confidence. But imagine this. When I was coaching sales reps, we had lots of products to offer. And I always said, good rule of thumb, we never offer, more than 2 things. Never. If we can do one, great. Because if you're like, hey, do you want this or this or this or this? Now I've given them 4 options. They don't know. They're confused. They need to think about it because you've given them too much. So what you should do is lead them to the right offer and tell them you need this one. And sell that one. Sell it for straight 30 days. You're going to get really good at it. You're going to understand your buyer more. You're going to understand their objections more. You're going to get your pitch down. but this is also going to help you grow your confidence, and you can translate it into a new offer later. Okay. Very important. 6, create a non-negotiable daily sales window. Here's a mistake I see all the time. People get a sale and then they stop. They get a few sales, they stop. They have a full pipeline, they stop. There's this phrase, always be closing. ABC, baby. The only way to always be closing is if you're always prospecting. And the only way to prospect is if you're bringing in sales calls. You're having pitches. You're having demos. So if you want to keep the sales coming in, you have to constantly be pitching. So create a non-negotiable sales window every day. Do it early. I always recommend doing stuff early in the day because being proactive is a habit of highly effective people, right? Not being reactive. We want to start our day with selling. So say it's 8 a.m. to 10 a.m., 2-hour window. You're going to be selling shit. Sell it, right? Put that block in of selling. Consistency also replaces emotion and turns selling into a routine instead of a performance. Just like you would go to the gym, just like you would make a podcast or send a business email or have a consult with someone. Build in your sales habits. Create it and make it non-negotiable. Put it in every single day. I'm a routine guy. We thrive off of routine, right? So make it part of your routine. Hey, after I get ready from the gym, let's say you work out in the morning. I'll just use my example. I say I get up early, I work out, I come home, I have my protein shake, I take a shower, boom, I'm doing sales activities for 2 hours. Make it something like that. Habit stack that shit. It's going to pay off, and then track it, okay? 7, set a daily rep goal. So on top of your sales window, we're gonna have a rep goal. And I don't want you to think about it in terms of sales. So when you break down kind of a pipeline, let's say you have a sales pipeline, you have prospects and all these, like the pipeline that produces sales, right? Part of that pipeline is adding in new leads, is adding in new demos. So you take it from a lead to a demo. Demo is someone that you've presented your offer to, and then you have closing calls, right? So make it a daily rep. Confidence comes from reps. Reps move fear. Reps create proof. All of these things that I'm listing to you is going to help your sales confidence just skyrocket. If this list is feeling overwhelming to you, take a couple and start implementing them. You don't have to do it all. Write them all down. I want you to document it all, but take a couple and start there. But setting a daily sales rep or a daily rep goal is amazing. Like I'm going to try and talk to 30 people. I'm going to shoot 30 messages and have 2 conversations. Like try and put some numbers to it and track it, because then you can measure it. If you measure it, you can grow it. Then you know where your opportunity lies, but you won't know that if you don't like measure the progress and you don't write it down, you don't like track it, okay? So make sure that you're doing these things. Number 8, treat sales confidence as a skill. You train this skill, baby. This is a skill. Like, I can't say that enough. I used to not be very confident, especially as a kid. Like, I've had to learn it. You learn this as you go. Confidence becomes earned, not hoped for. So this reframes selling too from emotional to practical. Selling is practical. Selling is confidence. Confidence is a skill. I just did a podcast the other day. I want to tell you real quick, this quick little story, and I think this will help. She asked about my confidence, and I said, well, I've gained a lot of confidence. I'm very confident. I'm a very confident person. And I told her, it's like, sales aside, it starts with the promises we make to ourselves. So almost 10 years ago, I quit drinking alcohol. That boosted my confidence immediately because I walked away from something that was causing me a lot of pain. In that story, I've also had to say no a lot. I've had to learn how to socialize and talk and sell without being under the influence of anything. Going through life sober, doing things like that day in and day out with different shit has made me very confident. Then I got into sales. I'm in sales, right? So I'm making sales calls. I'm getting rejected. I'm getting hung up on, but I'm also getting yeses in sales. And it's this whole process. But because I've put in so many reps in so many areas, I'm very confident. Same in the gym. Same with leaving my job and starting a business. Same with starting a YouTube channel and a podcast and a social media. I've done the reps. So just know that confidence is something you earn, and it's something that you can teach yourself through repetition. It's amazing. Like when you change that dynamic you have with yourself, it changes the whole story. You don't just say, no, I'm not confident. Screw that. You can be confident, but you got to earn it. You got to pay the price. So I'm really fired up. Next, track your effort. not your wins. Let me repeat that. Track your effort, not your wins. So think of these as metrics. Your effort are how many reach outs, how many DMs, how many emails, how many texts, how many phone calls. That is what leads to sales. So if you're like, think about it. If you make 10 phone calls and you get 2 people on the phone and one of them buys all the time, like you've done this a while to know that, like, okay. So now you know every 10 people, you get 2 demos, 1 buys, 50% closing when you get them 2 on the phone. Now that you know, if you take that 10 and make it 100, you just 10x'd your amount of sales. You took it from 1 to 10 because you took your 10 dials to 100 dials. So if you track your effort, you start to see the wins. You're also building in this buffer of rejection because no one closes 100%. So if you close every 2 out of 10 people, your close rate's 20%. So now the goal is that you know every 10 people you close 2 people, or out of every 10 people you talk to, you close 2 people. Now the goal is like, okay, let's get that 2 to a 3 or 4. How can I find better leads, warm them up a little bit more, and close them better? Now your close rate's 40%. You just doubled it. So see how that works? You want to make sure you're tracking your effort, not just your wins. Don't get me wrong, celebrate those wins. Take yourself out on a date, hit those metrics, hit those wins. But I want you to remind you of this. The point of this is that the dials, the stuff people put off, the stuff people avoid is what leads to the sales. It's these conversations. You got to make the effort. Winners go after it. Every salesperson I know that's amazing goes gets it. They don't wait for someone to contact them. Last, this one's the most important. I told you I saved the best for last. This is a great tip. This is a great rule. This is for the confidence. This is to get you to that next level. This is also something that really is great to apply in all areas of your life is detachment. Detach from the outcome before every conversation. This is the unlock. Detachment removes pressure, neediness, and fear. People can sniff that from you. They can sniff desperation. They can sniff out the fear. They can smell it. Detach. I don't need you. Like, it's easier said than done, but detachment removes pressure, neediness, and fear. When you stop needing the sale, you can actually lead a conversation. And then the confidence becomes automatic. So if you detach, watch what happens. If you go into the conversation not needing the sale, you get the sale. Because you come from a place of service, you come from a place of, hey, I have this product that can really help you. Let's talk about it. If it's a great fit, let's do it. If it's not, that's okay too. Totally detached. What are you doing with this prospect that hears that? You're earning their trust. Oh, I can say no. They like you a little bit more now. You're not pushy. You're not a pushy salesperson now. If you're desperate, you're pushy, right? We're not doing pushy shit. So if you detach, it removes a lot of that pressure, and then you can just have a conversation. Remember, they're giving you money. You got to make them feel comfortable, and detachment is the way to do it. So that's it. Hope you wrote these down. Put them into play. I'm going to say a couple things. First, please hit the follow button. I'm going to say it again. Thank you. If you want to work with me, I'm going to include a link to schedule a call. I work with founders, creators, entrepreneurs, and I can help you grow your business. I work with a lot of people and I've helped them make a lot of money, and I can save you a lot of time too. And I'm also very fun to work with. I'm very hands-on. I have amazing frameworks from call scripting to how to qualify leads, how to find leads, all of the fun stuff. So if you're interested, you found a lot of value in this, schedule a call. You can also check out my website, SamuelGegen.com. It's my name. And there's a link on there on my mastermind. That would be the best way to schedule a call. I'm kind of revamping some of my website and stuff like that, but you should be able to get a hold of me. You can also DM me on Instagram. Just be very direct if you do. And I believe in you. I've started this business and this movement to help people sell the shit out of their stuff. Selling is serving, and we have a lot of people that want to make money and be financially free, and I can help you do all of that. So thank you for listening. I believe in you. And I hope you found a lot of value in this, and there's going to be a lot more to come in the near future.